Tylen Interfidelity here. Today we're going to talk about noise canceling headphones. And that's how I test the noise canceling headphones. These are a pair of Bose QuietComfort 15s. And I'm playing music from this computer on these headphones. But on this computer I can play crowd noise. You can tell this is pretty loud crowd noise. It's about the same level as you get in the bar. And I can also play pink noise. Which is a little more like the kind of sound that you get in an airplane. Noise canceling headphones can be very, very complex. These Bose QuietComfort 15s, for example, have a little digital signal processor in there, some very smart algorithms to figure out what type of noise canceling to employ. There's two microphones. There's a microphone on the outside and a microphone on the inside of the headphones. So there's a lot of computing going on to try to get rid of the sound from the outside world getting into the headphones while you're listening. Bose, it turns out, does this very, very well, and in my measurements they easily bested all the other headphones I tried. With the spate of expensive noise canceling headphones that came out, I figured it was time to give it another shot and listen to some of the other noise cancelers out there and see how well they fared. And in this case, I listened to the Clipmode M40. This is a truly hideous looking headphone. I really don't get it. They're very, very ugly. They also sound very bad. They have two drivers in them with a crossover. They don't cancel noise very well at all. These are just pretty poor right off the bat. Sennheiser PX4 50s are a little better, but had some problems with those. Actually couldn't measure them. They were creating some low frequency noise of their own. Tried the Fanny Wangs. The Fanny Wangs, they weren't bad sounding unless you turned the electronics on. As soon as you turn the noise canceling electronics on, they really got pretty bad sounding, and in fact would actually amplify some of the outside noise at the around between 1 and 2 kilohertz. It actually increased the level of the noise as opposed to just the passive seal of the pads. So these actually weren't too bad sounding as long as you didn't turn them on, but as soon as you turned them on they went pretty bad. AudioTechnica has a couple of noise cancelers. This is the ATHANZ7. This one's been around for a little while and goes for, maybe you can get them for $179, maybe a little bit less if you look around. They are actually a good alternative to the Bose because they're substantially less expensive and don't sound quite as good and don't cancel quite the noise quite as good, but still they're probably about equal value for money. So I would recommend these if you want a lower cost noise canceller. The problem is that they really won't work as well as the Bose. This is AudioTechnica's new noise canceller, the ATHANZ7, and it has a mode switch that allows you to switch noise canceling modes between jet noise mode, the rumbling sound of an airliner, crowd noise, such as we heard from a bar, and then to make quiet places even quieter, like making a library even quieter. The problem with these headphones was that I found, while they did seem to do a fairly good job of canceling noise, I didn't like the sound signature. There was a lot of missing mid-range, which caused them to have quite a boomy bass and quite a strident high frequency because they were elevated around 2 to 5 kilohertz or thereabouts, and then really not enough mid-range vocals and liquidity, so they were kind of hard sounding. So I didn't like these very much. Yes, the famous Monster Beats by Dre Studio, the original rapper can, so to speak. You know, I tell you, these hold their own. The Beats Studio is a fairly good sounding headphone. It's a little bass heavy, as one would expect, but still fairly neutral. It does a fairly poor job of canceling noise. It is not very good at canceling noise, but it does cancel some noise. I guess the thing I have to say with these headphones is that a lot of people have bought them on faith, and they've gotten an okay deal. So I will admit that the Monster Beats by Dre Studio headphone is among the best Beats headphones that I've heard. So they're not bad. They're pretty good. PSB just came out with their new noise canceling headphone, the M4U2 it's called. This headphone did an okay job of canceling noise. It wasn't great, but it wasn't too bad. And the sound is fairly good from these headphones. They're a little forward in the 1 to 2 kilohertz region, so their presence region is a little bit forward. But other than that, I thought they were fairly good. Polk has also come out with a new headphone. These are the 8000s, and man, do they sound good. This is probably the best sounding headphone of the bunch. The problem is they don't do a very good job of canceling noise at all. So why bother buying noise canceling headphones, even if they sound good, if they're not really going to cancel the noise? So the problem I have with these is that while they sound quite good, and they may actually be a reasonable headphone to buy just based on their sound, you can use them without an amplifier because they have their own amplifier built in, for example, so you can use them with a phone easily. They have a remote control right on the side piece here. So I would say as a noise canceling headphone they sort of fail, but as a headphone otherwise they're actually pretty good. I'm going to have to listen to these quite a bit more. And last but not least, if you haven't guessed so far, are the Bose QuietComfort 15. Been around quite a while. They cost $2.99. They're small. They come properly accessorized. They're light, comfortable. The noise canceling is unbelievable. They cream all these other headphones with their noise canceling. And the sound is quite good. Not as good as the Polk, but still fairly good. And given the fact that you try to listen to them in a very noisy environment, they're better than the Polks because they get rid of the environmental noise that gets in the way of the music fairly easily. So I'm going to put them back on and put on some crowd noise and continue to enjoy my Bose QuietComfort 15s. See you next time.